Welcome to Destiny Moments with Eunice. It's so nice to be in your homes and offices today. And today we have a very interesting personality, a person you want to listen to. A lovely woman, a beautiful woman. She's so beautiful. Even a woman can say she's beautiful. And she's not just physically beautiful. She's beautiful on the inside too. This guest of mine that is here to keep your day beautiful today is a dancer, a singer, a businesswoman. She's done a lot of works. She's affected the society in so many ways. One of her very notable works is Celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to bring to you my very lovely, quintessential Yeni Akinpolapo Kuti. So nice to have you here.
I'm happy to be here. I'm really happy to be here.
Baby, you are pretty.
Thank you. I'm
You're
blushing.
pretty. Yeni, are you married? Let me start from there.
No, I'm not.
You're not married?
I'm not. I'm in a relationship though.
Relationship, and the man has not run away with you.
That's so
Wow,
funny.
wow. Yeni, welcome. Now, so much I've said about you, but tell us in real details, who is Yeni Kuti?
If you ask me who I am, I can just tell you some of my traits. I hate injustice. I hate corruption. I like to be good to my neighbor. I like to treat my neighbor the way I would treat myself. You know, because a lot of people talk about, you know, it's good to be good. But they will now have housemaids and they will start slapping the housemates.
Turning them into slaves.
Yeah, and I start thinking, if that was your child, would you slap your child for that, you know?
I think that was last year. You just gave out your daughter for marriage.
Yes, so...
You would pass for one 30-year-old girl trying to
I
walk down the aisle. So, I hope your daughter was not 14 years when she got married.
No, I know I don't look 30, but thank you. It's a compliment.
You look 30. Take my word.
Okay, thank you very much. My daughter is 27.
Are you serious?
She got married. She had the traditional in Nigeria in June and the white wedding in England in August. I'm happy to say she's married. She said I have to wait 2 years for her to have children. She's not ready. They want to enjoy themselves. So I totally understand because she has said they will be sending the children to me to look after. And I say, I'm still wearing high shoes. How do you want me to back children with high shoes?
You will now, Grandma. So for you, haven't said she wants to do it after 2 years. For you, that's okay.
It's very okay.
Because that gives you a breathing space.
Yes. For me to get ready to be a mother again or a grandmother.
Oh, but I must say congrats. That's so
Thank
beautiful.
You. I'm happy.
So beautiful. I'm so happy. Yeni, how was growing up like for you? Especially being Fela's daughter.
Well, growing up was different. We didn't have the conventional mommy, daddy, children. You know, at first, before my father went to America, we were staying with my father and my mom. They were staying like a family. It was a family unit. By the time my father came back from America, I mean, his life had changed drastically. He had his band before he went, but now a lot of people were coming to the house. My mom's health couldn't take it.
What do you mean? She was ill at the time?
Yes, she always had an ulcer. It's in retrospect now, I guess it was because of my father's women, because my father had a lot of women in his life. You know, at that time I didn't understand why my mother was always ill. Now, as a woman myself, an older woman, I now know what she was going through.
Yeah. Was your mommy Nigerian?
She was, yes. She was Nigerian, but she was mixed. Her mother was British, but her father was Nigerian. So I think it eventually turned her into a recluse because my mom didn't go out. She never went out, she just stayed. She lived her life for Fela because she loved him very, very much. But I think towards the end of his life, he realized how much my mom loved him. Because every time we went to his house, he would, how is your mom? How is your mom?
For all I care, everybody else was just a hanger-on. That was his wife. Of course, that must be the reason why he realized at the tail end of his life that this is my wife indeed. Because you see, when the chips come down, rubber hit the road, everybody else takes a flight except your wife. Yeah. Tell me about Celebration.
Well, Fela died August 2nd, and it was just a year before his 60th birthday, which he had been looking forward to planning. And my father loved his birthdays. He loved to...
He was a showman.
He just loved, every time his birthday was coming, it was always, and he loved to entertain people. He would have a press conference. So he was looking forward to his 60th, and then he died about 2 months before his 59th birthday. I wanted to honor him. So I said, let's not celebrate his death, because his death was a sad time. Let's celebrate his life. So let's have a yearly festival in October. It started out as one day, and we had it, the first year was 99. He died, sorry, 98, he died in 97, we had it in 98. So the first year was in 98, and we had it at TBS. Then the next year, because we were on tour a lot, which was 99, we didn't have it that 99 because we were on tour. So in 2000, when we were going to open the shrine, we said, okay, let us open it for Fela's birthday. So we will always have that celebration for Fela's
birthday.
Yes.
I'm under the impression that you are not succeeding because you are Fela's daughter. Because I know a number of people who come from popular families, and then they're still not doing well. I don't care how much you heap together, as in money or whatever, fame or wealth. If you don't maintain it, whatever you don't keep, you lose. Now, some people have the impression that, oh, well, why would she do well? She has the pedigree to do well. Yes. She has the background to do well.
Yes.
But I'm under the impression that, yes, you are an Akinpolapo Kuti, but you are Yeni.
Yeah.
And you have done a few things yourself to make sure that if there was success kept for you, you pushed it through. If there was any success you made, you did it yourself. So how did you do this? What is the thing you have done to keep you on the pedestal you are?
First things first, the kind of person my father was, my father would never spoon feed you. That's the first thing. You're on your own. From a very early age, I started working. I was working with I was a secretary for an architectural firm. I worked there for about 3 or 4 years. He didn't spoil his children at all. Yeah. Everybody had to fend for themselves. Everybody had to go out and make it on their own. And if you made it, he would praise you. But if you didn't make it, he would say you are a disgrace. So everybody had to fend for themselves. So we had to look after ourselves from a very early age. So by the time my father died, we were already established in whatever we were doing. It was not because my father was giving us handouts or giving us money. We learned not to expect any money from him. We learned that, you know, our love for him was love, real love. Not because, oh, my father is going to give me 100,000 naira. In fact, my father never gave me 100,000 naira till. I never saw 100,000 naira from my father. Which 100? He can give you 30, 20.
You know, that increases my respect for you and your siblings.
Thank you.
Because you see, it's okay to have rich parents. By the way, I must say this, because if my father was alive watching this, he would say, why didn't you say that? My father loved Fela. My father was a senior military officer. He loved Fela to a pop. We were babies. And that was the zombie era. You got into my father's room and he was busy. He laid on his bed, was listening to the zombie. You walked in, he laughed and laughed. He's a stupid guy. My mother said, stupid guy, you are not stopping to listen. Why are you listening? You stop. He said, but I love him. But I love him. He loved Fela to a pop. And I don't know why he kept staying on the zombie song. And then we ask him, but Daddy, that's true. That he said he's such a genius. He's a genius, but he's not a rascal. He said because everything he says about his it's a military working kind of, you know.
The way Fela did it, he gave us a foundation to stand on, so that it's not because my father is Fela. If you don't know me, I will not go out and say, oh, my father is Fela.
Absolutely.
I remember when armed robbers attacked me, and people were saying, why didn't you tell the armed robbers that you are Yeni Kuti? I said, why? I don't operate like that. I can't just say, I'm Fela. I can't do it. It's not something I can do. If you know me, fine. If you don't know me, fine as well, you know.
Because you have learned to be your own personhood from childhood.
Yes, I'm very proud of who my father was. I'm very proud that I am his daughter.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean...
But you're also proud of what you have made out of it yourself.
Exactly.
You see, that's a legacy on itself that was left for you, which you have also left for your child. You know, you're also given passed on to your child. Because she just learned independence and she's gone very well with it. That's just so amazing. So you see, you're the right person sitting on this side. So what is your idea of success? What do you think success is for somebody who's watching you from
For someone who is watching, I think it is doing what you want to do. Doing what you want to do. Success is not only about money. I'm not saying that money is not important.
Yes,
it
but
is
I agree
important.
with you, absolutely.
Success is believing in yourself, living the life you want to live, not living a life for other people, and being happy. Happiness is very, very important, you know. So that's success for me. Success is not stealing millions and billions.
Hiding them somewhere.
The right thing is very important because too many people do the wrong thing.
Okay, and then as we just sum up on this discussion, now there's somebody out there who wants, there's somebody out there who just wants to be Yeni Kuti. I want to be like Yeni Kuti. How did she get to where she is? How is she able to put her head squarely on her shoulder?
I don't think anybody should want to be like Yeni Kuti. I think everybody should want to be who they are. Be yourself. If you are trying to be a Yeni Kuti, you have left yourself alone.
The success of Yeni Kuti is Yeni Kuti. So when they want to be like Yeni Kuti, they want to say, I want to climb up to where she climbs up to. But you see, I do think that it is important for such people to just know, because everybody wants to climb, but nobody wants to pass through the ranks. Nobody wants to pay the price.
Everybody wants to be at the top.
Everybody wants to be at the top. Because you, for example, you had a father who could really bankroll everything you were doing growing up. He was buoyant enough to do that. But he says, no, you're on your own. You have to learn to be strong. And I think it's thumbs up for him, for that. Now, you've gone through thick and thin, I can tell from what you said, to get to where you are. Can anybody now who wants to just be like you, just want to fly there? Is that okay?
No, it's not possible. Fly there. You have to work.
So what should they do?
They have to work hard. Believe in yourself, work hard. That's just the bottom line, just work hard. There's no flying to the top. Even me, I'm not at the top of where I want to be.
Yes, but you're not at the base where you used to be.
I'm not at the bottom.
Yeah.
My brother and I were just talking yesterday, and I was saying, I remember when my daughter started nursery school. She started nursery school, and father had said, if your daughter doesn't want to go to school, don't make her go every day. So that I didn't make her because she was 2 years old, about 2 years old now. So I'm not going to force her to go. So maybe 2-3 times a week, I'll send her to I'll take her to the nursery school. But we only had one car, my mother's Beetle. And so I could only take her the day my brother wasn't using the Beetle. I could only take her to school, so maybe 2 or 3 times a week, because we were staying in Shomolu and the school was in GRA. So I would take her.
Wait a minute, before you complete that story, there was a time where you had to share Beetle.
Yes.
Beetle,
the car.
Wow.
So I would take her, and that Beetle could break down anywhere.
I know, then maybe they would find it, open the front. I think the engine was at the back.
That Beetle, when it's climbing third mainland, when it just sees third mainland like this, you say,
will not go.
Bam. As you just climb, before you reach the middle like this, bam.
Oh my God. It's so amazing to discover that you were once in the rough too.
Of course.
I mean, but you can drive the car you want to drive now.
Well, I won't say the car I want to drive, but
It's
a much nicer car.
This is
and I was driving
platform. Oh my God. So you're saying to the people to be focused, to believe in themselves. One more question before we go. Is there anything your father was that you will not want to be at all? Let me start. Is there anything he was that you want to be? You want to just maintain?
I would love to be as forthright as my father was. My father, he didn't have shame. If he's going to smoke, he will smoke it in public. If he's going to sleep with his wife, he'll say, I'm going for Ben sleep.
Oh my God.
You know, he wasn't shy of anything.
And then what is that you don't want to do that your father did? What's that you just would not want?
I didn't want to have 27 husbands.
You don't have 27 husbands? Like your father had?
27 wives.
Where those wives? Your father had one wife.
He took them as wives. They were his wives.
A
lot of people thought that it was a publicity gimmick, but it was not.
He actually had 27 women.
Yes.
Around with him.
Yes.
And the women knew themselves.
Yes. They used to fight. But they knew they were wives.
Crazy, you know. The wives, they didn't go to marry them.
Yes. He had the ceremony.
Had a ceremony for 27 of them, or he did it all at once?
All at once. One ceremony for the 27 women. You know, so I don't think I could manage 27 husbands.
No, you're
I
too
can't
good for that. You can't manage 1.5. You're too good for that.
You know, he was a happy person. My father was a happy person. And for me, that is the most important thing. He was a happy person. Very jovial.
Oh my God, he was such a hilarious person.
He was.
Oh my God.
As I said, you cannot be around him and not just be laughing. He was so funny. He went through the divorce. He divorced them before he died. And he divorced them on the pages of the newspaper. I divorced all my wives. Because they were unfaithful when I was in prison. So he took it seriously. He took it very seriously. But I think he was very disillusioned when he came out of prison. A lot of them had been unfaithful.
Of course, that's one thing, because they were not wives.
No, that's not true.
Are you serious?
There are some wives who are unfaithful to their husbands. That is only their husband and only husband and wife, and then the wife will go and cheat on the husband, and she's the wife. I think amongst the 27 wives, he had favorites. So maybe it was the known favorites that went to sleep. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying my own.
We want to say this is a gift from Home Ferry, and it's our way of celebrating success.
Thank you so much.
It's a gift for excellence. You've done well. You've held up very well.
Thank you.
You've held up pretty. You've held up strong, and you've done very well. Thank you for coming. If you're listening to us, Yeni is saying her idea of success is to do what you want to do, to be focused in it, and to succeed at it. She's saying, be yourself, be a good heart, pursue it, stay focused. And I'm saying, if you can just wait long enough, in faith and in focus, you just suddenly see that all the good things you've lost come running back to you in such a speed. They come running, hugging, and living with you. And it will come your way next week. From Yeni and I, it's bye-bye.